welcome back to another session of Your Time with Doc Squared. My name is Dr. Michelle van Tonder, and I'm sitting here and going to interview today none other than
Dr. Anthony van Tonder.
Now today, so you can see, he's very serious today because he's got a very serious topic, and it's a topic that most of us avoid, and yet we end up having to deal with it on a daily basis. And that is, for those of you who have got children, it's called parenting. Now I'm speaking here to our acronym specialist. Now, if any of you know Dr. Anthony van Tonder, you will know he loves acronyms. Like, he is passionate about acronyms. Everything's an acronym. And if you haven't heard him, then go and find him, Anthony van Tonder, on Facebook, and you will see every Sunday he gives us an acronym. So today's acronym is the word parenting.
Because when it comes to parenting, you and I need the skills to become the best parents we can possibly be. I mean, there's no competition. There's nobody standing in the line and competing, but the best parent that you and I can be. Therefore, the acronym starting with the letter P. P for prototype.
Prototype. Now, prototype to me is like you've got an image of this here, and then it sets the example for everything. Am I right?
In a sense, it's sort of what kind of parenting style do you have? What prototype parent are you? I mean, to make it easy, are you the sort of authoritarian parent that, your kids are like ducks in a row? Or are you the parent that actually rescues them all the time and, look at the results? Because long term, it does affect who they become.
So if you're telling me that if we know I'm a rescuing parent, now, do you tell me how to overcome being a rescuing parent in your chapter?
Yes, I do.
Goodness.
I first identify who you are, and then I say what needs to be done to prevent you from being that kind of parent, and then also I explain what is the ideal parenting style. So that's enough on prototype. You have to actually listen to the video to get to the depth of what I'm saying.
Awesome. And the A is for?
Age appropriate.
Okay, that's interesting.
We make the mistake of treating all our children and we sort of cut them across the same style. But you know what? The 10-year-old surely should have more privileges than the child that is 6 years old.
So true.
I mean, a 10-year-old is going to have to go to bed a little bit later. And the 6-year-old child will actually stomp down the authority and want to go to bed will have the same privileges. And the answer is no. Because the children need to understand, if you handle them and you parent them with an age-appropriate approach, that they will in life learn that there are yes and no's. There's boundaries in life, and it just helps to go to the next level.
So did we have a little saying that on every child's birthday, that before they got their present, we had them say, and that was?
With age comes added responsibility.
Love it. Unfortunately, I get that also as I get older.
Does it work?
Nah.
You don't.
Anyway, so R is for rules.
Rules. You know, we have to understand that there's a difference between discipline and punishment.
Okay.
And so often parents get it right. They want to read them the rights, explain the rules, but when it comes to helping them remedy it, they immediately sanction punishment. If you punish a child, they do not respond positively because they detest it. They kick against it. But if you learn the art of discipline versus the art of punishment, you'll see how those rules can be embedded.
Wow, that's exciting. So then your E would be, let's get a little bit more upmarket and a little bit more positive. Hopefully E is for?
Encouragement.
Oh, happy.
You want to encourage your children because every child has got a value set. Every child has been created uniquely to be and deliver who they are because of whose they are. Of course they are yours, but they also belong to a creator God. So there's a value set that we will communicate through, and then you want to encourage them, be who you are, live out who you are.
Absolutely. Now, the N would then be for?
Negotiation.
Oh, and children can negotiate.
Oh boy, a 3-year-old can out-negotiate a parent anytime. Because see, that communication style, the way they communicate, gets taught from a young age. But you want to learn how you need to help remain being the parent. Because so often, the 3-year-old child rules the roost. Isn't that true?
That is so true. I've seen it over and over again, especially when you walk around the supermarket. So T would be then for?
Tug of war. That is literally that is where we have conflict.
Okay.
It's tension. You know, the kids will come against each other. I mean, you used my t-shirt, you didn't have my authority. So what I literally help explain is a practical methodology of how you help them get through the conflict. Because this is true. There will be conflict. It's not if, it's when. And when they do, have you helped them, have you equipped them with the methodology so they can cope and go through it?
So you're saying to me that in this chapter that you've given the example on your video of this tension and tug of war, you're giving absolute solutions and practical advice on how to, in fact, go through the process of resolving conflict.
You know, if they just watch that one chapter, it can change parenting forever, because you will have the know-how of what to do when there's conflict.
And I would get the kids to watch it too. I
Yes,
definitely would.
the whole idea is for the kids to sit and watch this whole video series with you.
Awesome. Now, the I, what does that mean?
The I is for income. It's all about
Money.
money. Okay. How do we handle that? And I can tell you that I want to tell you straight up, you don't have to go to the video to listen to this. Money needs to be treated age appropriate. The 10-year-old surely must get more pocket money than the 6-year-old. It just makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Then your other end, so you've got parenting, so we've gone through the acronym, and the P has been for prototype, the A was for age appropriate, the R was for rules, E was encourage, N was negotiation,
Correct.
T was your tug of war. Now we're looking at, oh, and the I was income.
That's right.
So now we're looking at the next N, which is for?
Nurturing.
Okay.
One thing I can tell you, the world evolves around this. Love. Love makes the world go around. And your nurturing and the way that you love your children is imperative. And here's a little tip in. You're going to learn that you have to love your children in a different way for them to accept it. Because loving everybody the same way doesn't always work.
It's true. And then your G, ending it off, rounding it off with?
The G is for godliness. Oh goodness, how we fail to comply to being the best that we can be, but do it in such a way that the Creator goes and smiles and says, I'm proud about you. So we teach them how to be godly. You know, people all focus on how to have your children happy. No, teach them to become godly.
Wow, that is a big mind shift. Just you need to say that one again. It's so true, and I'm seeing it over and over and over again. People are so busy trying to make their children happy. Wow.
That they forget, rather make them godly, and they'll be happy as well. Well, there you have it, the acronym for parenting, and the video will just take it and help you with the practical steps how to become a better parent.
Fantastic. So if you want to know where to get your video series, I highly recommend you hop onto our website. It's growthhabits.online, and hop over to the course section. You'll see a whole lot of courses there, but look out for the parenting course.